Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode, we're predicting the Royal Rumble matches for 2024. At the time I'm recording this, which is the Thursday before the Royal Rumble, there's only 4 announced matches. I assume we'll get at least 1 or 2 more announced tomorrow on SmackDown, and potentially even 1 or 2 announced at the Rumble itself. With that being said, I'm going to jump right into this. I do want to address the elephant in the wrestling world right now. Today there were a lot of news stories, or at least one big news story that broke about Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar and allegations. If you've been anywhere on social media, you've seen exactly what I'm talking about. This is the extent of what I'm going to talk about that on my channel. I do know that it is out there, and I have seen some of it, and it is pretty disturbing, but I don't want to chase that story. I don't want to talk about that story. So this is the only thing I'm going to say about it, is basically that I know it is there. There are plenty of other channels that have covered it. The Wrestling Observer, I seen that Brian Alvarez put a video out. Steven Larson put out a good video about it. Shout outs to Steven Larson with Going in Raw. If you're not familiar with them, check them out. They're probably my favorite wrestling personalities. Them, Simon Miller from What Culture, the people over at Wrestle Talk, the people at Cultaholic, all put out great content, and I'm sure every one of them is going to cover that story. That story is kind of part of the reason why I'm making this video. I had to get away from doom scrolling and looking at reactions and responses to that, so to occupy myself, I'm making this video. Hopefully, it gives you a little bit of break from that as well. With that being said, let's go to the first match that's already been announced. We have Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. I have no reason to believe that Logan Paul is going to lose that U.S. Championship before WrestleMania. He's too big of a draw. He's too big of a name for them not to have him defending that on that card. I'm going with Logan Paul picking up the win here, most likely with Kevin Owens getting disqualified for using his cast or something of that nature. Logan Paul picks up the win on this match. Next up, we have a Fatal 4-Way for the Universal Championship. We have the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns defending against Randy Orton, LA Knight, and also AJ Styles. Unless they want to pull a major swerve here, I don't see Roman, much like I don't see Logan Paul losing his championship here. I don't see Roman losing that Universal Championship till WrestleMania at the very earliest. And if rumors are to be believed, he's probably not going to lose it there either. I'm going with Roman to pick up the win here. Probably the easiest pick on this card, in my opinion. Now we get into the difficult ones, because for one thing, we have no idea who all is going to be in these matches. First up, the Women's Royal Rumble match. I think the story is going to be Bayley winning this. I think it's either going to have Bayley win, and then somehow she challenges Io Sky, thus breaking up Damage Control, or I think Damage Control screws Bayley somehow, either on accident or on purpose, so someone else could win. I probably am going to say Bayley picks up the win here, causes a rift, kind of like we seen with Evolution back in the day when Batista won the Rumble. Bayley's going to pick up the win here. This is going to help facilitate a face turn for her, which is already seemingly in the works. Bayley picks up the win. Now for the Men's Royal Rumble. Up until Seth Rollins' injury, I was almost 100% sure that this was going to be CM Punk winning the Rumble so he could go on to WrestleMania to challenge Seth Rollins. However, with the injury, I think that's going to change that. As we've seen on Monday Night Raw, there are a lot of people that are jockeying for this position. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Gunther, Drew McIntyre have all said that they want to win the Royal Rumble. I definitely think it's going to be a Raw superstar that wins it. I don't think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes is going to get his Roman Reigns match in a different way. And like I said, if it is to be believed, he may not even face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. He may be facing CM Punk, as far as the rumors go. But we all know how rumors go. I don't think it's going to be Cody, even if Cody is wrestling Roman Reigns at Mania. I think it's going to be one of the other guys. I don't think it'll be Punk either, because I think the Raw side of the WrestleMania main event is either going to be a fatal four-way or something like that to either cover up Seth's knee injury and make it so he doesn't have to work as much, or it's going to be something where it's a fatal four-way because Seth can't go for WrestleMania and they're going for the vacated championship. In that case, I think it'll end up a little different. So what I'm picking here, I'm picking one of the safe bets to win this, and that would be Drew McIntyre. Drew has been doing such great work now. The only thing that I could see that would hold him back from getting this major push would be the fact that we don't know if his contract is signed yet, if he's going to re-up with WWE. They may not want to give him this on the way out. I do think it will be him winning and somehow lead to a match that's either him versus Seth Rollins versus Gunther versus CM Punk, or some combination of that at WrestleMania. Maybe throw Damian Priest into the mix. But I do think Drew McIntyre is a good chance to win this. This is the one I'm the least confident in my pick. But hey, I gotta go out on a limb every now and then. This is my out on the limb pick, picking Drew McIntyre. With that being said, if you made it here to the end, smash the like button, share the video, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Leave me in the comments who do you think is going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches. Leave it down here. I'd love to see what you guys' opinion might be. With all that being said, my name is George Coles, and this is my Royal Rumble predictions.